A room with a view of the whole city. Fashion luxury, that's what he's got pretty.
Five, Berlin, luxury hotels, Superior Hotel, Adlon Kempinski, in Berlin at the Brandenburg Gate.
Yay!
I just say that.
Yay!
I'm such a wonderful hotel, fantastic staff, excellent quality. And I also mean it's gastronomically very interesting. What else is there? A shower? That, when I press it 5 minutes beforehand, and turns into a steam sauna. A wonderful addition. Innovative ideas here in a Superior Hotel of the highest class. And I mean, to be honest, as long as we really have these luxury hotels here, I'm not worried about the future in the luxury hotel sector because we have, for example, the Atlantic in Hamburg, or we also have the Four Seasons, but here the Atlantic Hotel. The quality that this hotel brings here is great, and I just want to say this. It's a real dream. This greeting is personal. These are individual guests. And I have to say, these ladies and men in red, they are doing an excellent job here. My goodness, they are really on top of things. That's trained staff. So you just enjoy getting to know them. And when I also receive a card like that where I have a part of the staff as a greeting, so cute and charming on the left. And here on the right, there's also this quality and this friendliness and this service that shines from these eyes. I have to say, then I literally start to open up. Then I feel joy. Then I'm doing well. And suddenly, as a guest, I've arrived here in a super luxury hotel. But let's get to the details, shall we? What do I have, for example, at this hotel? An excellent bed king. Size, and I didn't want any feathers, so they made it feather-free, and I slept like a little baby. It was so wonderful. And above all, this noise level, it's just quiet here. Yes, that's definitely important. And I'm on a main street. I have a direct view of Unter den Linden, and I can see a bit of the Brandenburg Gate from the side. When I open the windows, everything works. Lights on and off, heating on and off. When I operate the doors and windows accordingly, everything works smoothly and is clean, well-maintained, and tidy, just as it should be in a 5-star Superior Hotel. This Hotel Adlon is one of the absolute best hotels. If it's not the best here with us in Germany, and I mean, it's of course the case that this establishment is also required to provide this quality. Why do I say that? Because of course the whole world comes here. And if this Hotel Adlon, this Kempinski Hotel were to fail, it would be like a Spiegel image being projected outside. And people say, for heaven's sake, there are no good hotels in Germany. Hotel more. But that's just not the case. First of all, we have a fantastic hotel here. When you look at the building from the outside, beautiful building. Once you're inside the building, you realize, huge building. You can walk around here, incredible. So just this well-maintained interior design alone, all of this, yes, this modern yet also white and beautiful and pristine. And yet I would say yes, in a way of reflection, it gives you a cozy feeling. Here, I feel really comfortable. Whether I'm down in the lobby bar and can enjoy a kebab with truffles there, or I make myself a currywurst with gold dust, I have to say, that's just insane. Especially, my recommendation is also the small caviar slice, paired with a glass of champagne. Excellently presented, indeed excellent joy. This hotel, the Adlon, in Kempinski style, right here in Berlin. My goodness, what a wonderful stay that was. I spent 2 fantastic nights here. I had an excellent day here, especially that one day. So first, sleeping in, then this fantastic breakfast right here with a view outside at the Bundestag and so on. So, that was just a great pleasure. It's just a high-quality experience. The breakfast is also of high quality. And again, even if we're looking at a breakfast price starting from around 60 euros, but it's important that breakfast has to cost 60 euros or more, because otherwise you can't demand good quality. So from that perspective, the hotel sets standards here. A bit more expensive, but excellent quality. And that's my experience. That's exactly what I'll enjoy later. And since I'm already here in a bathrobe, and that's also rare, I really only do that when I'm in a hotel, where I feel comfortable. I would say, if you want to point out a small criticism, that maybe you could think about making these bathrobes a bit fluffier. For the future, But what you experience here is innovation. I also think it's quite important in a hotel, as far as cleanliness is concerned, that you have a package and a carpet that you can replace. And very quickly, if this carpet is just too dirty, then it has developed like that. As I always say, the carpet is alive, then you can replace it. Put a new one in, and that's done quickly. I don't have to completely renovate the whole room. And that's a problem in many older hotels. Here, it isn't. Then they completely expanded the sauna area, the wellness area, renewed. One, pool, a small whirlpool, and all these things are really of pleasant quality. There's a small gym included. Then you have the sauna landscape. So, it's just an incredible joy. And what I particularly enjoyed was just the check-in area. I really missed it. The doormats, when I arrived, there wasn't even one in sight. But I honestly say this criticism wasn't that dramatic. I only had carry-on luggage. It's definitely harder when you have more luggage, but I think all of that can be managed organizationally. For example, when you tell the chauffeur you arrived with, "Please wait a moment, I'll let them know inside," and then someone comes to pick up the luggage. All of that can be done, and at temperatures below zero, it's understandable that maybe one or the other guest says, "It's a bit cold now, and a little coffee or a warm tea would be nice. Would it warm me up a bit more now, so that I can work outside again afterwards?" But that wasn't the most important thing for me. But what was important to me was, I arrived well, I was excellent. Here, I was welcomed. I had a fantastic check-in. The ladies and the women in red who provide the service here accompanied me to my room, so I received the appropriate information here. That's from the stars. So, if this service is no longer available and isn't there anymore, then I would say the hotel would have a problem. But the service is there, and if you ask for it, it's possible. Additionally, there was the option to choose something. Because I am a member of GHA, Discovery, and have the highest status there. So there was the option to choose between Capital City, honey with rolls, Savadi, chocolates, or the Spreewald, cucumber with beer. That's what I've chosen, and I'm going to enjoy it this evening with this nice beer. Enjoy. All the information was also available again in German and English on this information page. And it's interesting. One might just be a bit critical about that now. But if information is completely missing, I find it more dramatic than if you just leave it out. So I think it's important that nowadays when you arrive as a guest at a hotel, and the cost-cutting measures of the hotel, yes, by now it's known that you get pointed out through such an information sheet what it's all about. But everything in this hotel for service facilities is, for example, if I want to turn down service, then I have to let them know. Exactly. If I want the room to be cleaned, then I should have called by 4 p.m. It used to be taken for granted that you do that. Unfortunately, that has been forgotten today. But that's why it's even better and more important that the Adlon Kempinski provides us guests with an information page. They have everything you need, as previously available. But if they don't do it, that means if you don't remind them and don't say, "I would like this and that," you have to articulate yourself. Then this service is unfortunately not offered. And that falls under the dramatic cost-cutting measures of the hotel, which unfortunately today are probably also under extreme pressure. There's pressure because the investors say they want to pull their money out. So, service can work. When you speak up, then I think it's great that right from the start, as a guest, especially in the titanium area, I'm provided with 2 bottles of water every day for free. Because water is a basic standard that should always be available in a hotel. And here it automatically comes with a little information included. Because that's forgot. Many hotels, first of all, they don't provide any water at all, and you have to ask for it. And here they said, "You will get 2 bottles of water from us. They are by the bed. And if you want something extra in the end, I can't imagine that they aren't generous and send an extra bottle. Otherwise, it is chargeable. But the basic requirement is that they offer us something at all, and that comes at a cost. I definitely find the opportunity here to be free, and it has personally brought me a lot of joy. Let's talk about the topic of cleanliness. The housekeeping needs a bit more training. Unfortunately, that's the way it is. But there are no problems here. Again. So, the entire housekeeping situation is well handled here. I called, for example, "Please bring me a shoehorn," as well. That was missing. So that means there's a bit of a lack of follow-up. The housekeeper is probably missing. The classic housekeeper in a luxury hotel was always irreplaceable. Namely, that someone checked and inspected the room after it was cleaned. This situation is probably no longer present here, yes, also for cost-saving reasons. This basically means that when the rooms are cleaned, you assume that everything is in order. But it's important, especially when the next guest is already coming, that you still do a follow-up check, so that you also know if the light works, if the phone works, if everything is in perfect condition. Is the curtain working? Can it open and close? Are the windows open and closed? So all these basic things which are not unimportant, that annoy us when they only happen once we're in the room. These things need to work before we as guests arrive at a hotel, because only then it really worked out. They were well prepared for us, and that preparation in this hotel really worked out great. Everything worked out, everyone said. Doors, windows, and of course lights and air conditioning. All these things work. The coffee machine works. Unfortunately, there's the issue that they use these environmentally friendly coffee capsules here, which of course affects the aroma and quality of the coffee. It's a nightmare because they've completely lost the whole area of aroma. In the past, the aluminum capsules were definitely the better choice. Maybe a little tip, everyone should bring their own little bring original Nespresso capsules with you. Then you also have a good taste again. The TV might be a bit small for some. I find it sufficient because it fits in here. The options, for example, with this steam sauna, I think it's a great solution. You press a button and 5 minutes later the shower is available as a steam sauna. A truly great idea, pure innovation. I would say, then this great bathtub, which means real good quality. Then the high quality products that you get here from Ferragamo. So that means shower gel and also the soaps and lotions. Everything is a great joy. And I have to say, the wave of fragrance really resonated with me personally. Then, of course, the location of the hotel right by the Brandenburg Gate. When you open the window in the evening and are lucky enough to look out before midnight, you can see how beautifully the Brandenburg Gate is illuminated. Unfortunately, they turn off the lights here at midnight as a cost-saving measure. And that shows in what time we've arrived. Unfortunately, they turn off the lights, and everything is dark. When it comes to safety around the hotel, you don't need to worry as much here, because there is a corresponding police presence here. Other hotels don't have that, so the Adlon is also an important topic when it comes to safety. And when it comes to luxury hotel experiences, I can only tell you it's a joy. This time I had a bit of a feeling that the chef was in love because just at breakfast, the egg had a bit too much salt. Just a little too much. Exactly. Just a slightly over-seasoned K-pop story. I don't know why they changed this old quality, which I also know from previous years, that they changed it like that. But that's certainly also because that maybe there was a different chef there, or someone else who prepared it. And then one person might want a bit more, while the other prefers a little less salt. Roundabout. What can we say about this Hotel Adlon? It's one of the best hotels in Germany. It's part of an experience that you go through. You have to have it, and it's about that. In Berlin, it's an absolute recommendation because of the service, quality, and especially the feeling of the experience. So the experience is guaranteed here, with fantastic staff who are all extremely friendly and above all competent. You get the feeling here that there are still staff to be found. And even in the cleaning area, they are interested. Moving on to schools. In this sense, a real pleasure. And now for a room tour at the Adlon Kempinski. In Berlin at the Brandenburg Gate. A real dream. All thumbs up.